I'm on spring break, but the show never stops. For Women's History Month, I want to highlight Ida B. Wells. She was born into slavery in Mississippi
Do you know the year?
in 1862.
Okay. And do you know anything about her dad?
Her dad was involved with the Freedmen's Aid Society.
Do you know what black university he helped start?
He helped start the Shaw University.
Shaw University. Excellent. Can you tell us about the Freedmen's Aid Society?
They were teachers in the North, and they helped teach freed Africans in the South.
Okay. All right, Ras Amicah, can you tell us a little bit about Ida B. Wells' upbringing?
She was the oldest of 6 kids, and she helped care for her siblings when her parents died of yellow fever. She was 16 years old.
Wow.
She moved her and her siblings to Tennessee to live with an aunt.
Okay. All right, Ras, so what did Ida B. Wells do for work when she got to Tennessee?
She convinced the school that she was 18 so she could become a teacher.
Is teaching the only job she had?
She became a journalist. She wrote about race and political issues in the South.
Ras, can you tell us about the story on the train?
She bought a first-class ticket, but they wanted to move her to the black-only section, and she refused.
And what happened when she refused?
They took her off the train.
So they removed her, probably forcibly, right?
Yes.
Okay. Right.
She sued the railroad, and she got $500. While she was teaching, she wrote about bad conditions in segregated schools.
And I bet they didn't like that very much. What happened to her?
She got fired.
Yeah, that's horrible.
But then she co-owned a black newspaper called Free Speech and Headlight.
You like that word headlight, don't you?
Yeah. She had a friend, and he started a store with 2 other black men.
What type of store?
A grocery store.
Okay, so what was the problem with them having a black-owned grocery store?
Well, a lot of people were going to their grocery store than the white's grocery store.
So they were taking business away from the white business, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
They kept having run-ins with the white grocery store owners, and one day they decided to go in and attack.
Who decided to go and attack?
The white grocery store owners.
Okay, so the white men came to their store to attack them.
Yes.
And what did they do?
They decided to defend themselves.
They were defending themselves. And in the midst of them defending themselves, did people get hurt?
Yes. A lot of people.
And so who got arrested?
The 3 men.
The 3 black men were arrested. Did they ever get a chance to have a trial to defend themselves in court?
No.
Why not?
A lynch mob came in and took them from their cells and lynched them.
They stole them from the cells and lynched them.
Wow.
And so that's what propelled Ida B. Wells into being an anti-lynching activist. Okay, so what did Ida B. Wells do?
She wrote about them and traveled south to get more information about lynching.
Okay. How do you think people felt about that, particularly white people?
They didn't like it at all.
What were they saying about the people that they lynched?
They said that the only people that they lynched were criminals, bad guys.
All the bad guys, right? But Ida B. Wells went down south to find out the truth for herself,
Yes.
right? Okay. What happened to Ida B. Wells when she was on one of her trips?
A mob destroyed all of her newspaper writing equipment and warned her never to come back or else she'll be killed.
Oh, wow. Ras Amicah, I know that Ida B. Wells published a personal I think it was a newsletter. It was her personal examination of lynchings in America. Do you know the name of that newsletter?
It's called A Red Record.
And what year was it published?
1893.
In 1893.
She even called on the president
Do you know anything else about Ida B. Wells?
She was a founding member of the NAACP. Ida B. Wells died in Chicago in 1931 from kidney disease.
What's your favorite thing about Ida B. Wells?
She always spoke out and wrote about injustice, no matter how dangerous.
She's pretty brave, huh?
Yeah. She once said, I felt that one better die fighting against injustice than to die like a dog or a rat in a trap. That's all I remember about Ida B. Wells. Join me again for another Women's History Month highlight.